You open your eyes. The alarm went off. Maybe the room is quiet. Maybe it isn't. But one thing is certain: you don't feel ready. Your legs feel heavy. Your back needs time. Your brain is still trying to boot up. And you sit there on the edge of the bed, not because you're lazy, but because something inside of you hasn't turned on yet. And maybe you've started to believe this is just what getting older feels like. This is how mornings work after 60. But what if that's wrong? What if it's not about being older but about missing one critical signal? Because the truth is, your body doesn't wake up just because your eyes open. Your brain, your blood vessels, your hormones, they all wait for a very specific sequence to begin. And if that sequence never happens, you can walk through the day and still feel like you never really started it. You're not broken. You're not slow. You're simply waiting for a reset you were never taught how to give yourself. In this video, I'll walk you through the exact reason men over 60 wake up tired, and more importantly, how to fix it. No energy drinks. No pills. Just a natural, 5-step morning sequence that tells your body, we're back. Let's begin. Let's say it out loud. Waking up tired is frustrating. It's confusing. You slept 7, maybe even 8 hours, so why do you still feel like your body's running at 40%? Most men blame their age. I'm just not as sharp anymore. This is what happens at 65. But let me tell you something I've seen again and again: it's not your age. It's your missing rhythm. Here's what actually happens while you sleep. Your testosterone dips and needs to rebuild by morning. Your blood vessels tighten overnight to conserve warmth. Your brain remains in a lower power state, waiting for the next command. In other words, your body is in standby mode when you wake up. And if you don't send the right signal, it stays there. You walk. You talk. You eat. But inside, your core systems haven't activated. Especially your HPA axis, the brain to hormone control center. This system is responsible for waking you up fully, balancing cortisol and testosterone, regulating energy, focus, and strength. But here's the problem: that system doesn't respond to caffeine. It responds to biology. It needs hydration. It needs breath. It needs movement and light. So if your mornings feel flat, if you sit in silence, scrolling your phone, hoping energy will show up, it won't. Not until you send the signal. And the good news? That signal is simple. It doesn't take more than 10 to 15 minutes. It just needs consistency and the right order. And that's what we'll walk through next. The 5-step morning routine designed specifically for men over 60 to beat fatigue and bring your masculine rhythm back online. The first 15 minutes after you wake up, they decide everything. Not just how your body feels, but how your hormones function, how your brain responds, and how your energy holds up all day long. It's the most powerful window of the day and the most ignored. Because here's the truth: your body doesn't wake up all at once. It wakes up in systems. And there are 3 systems that need to be switched on in the right order. 1. Your brain, specifically, the hypothalamus, your control center. It needs oxygen, light, and movement to shift out of sleep mode. Without that, you stay foggy. You stay slow. 2. Your hormones, cortisol, testosterone, insulin, they don't rise just because you're upright. They respond to hydration, blood sugar, and rhythm. Skip those cues, and your testosterone stays low. Your energy stays flat. 3. Your circulation, blood vessels constrict overnight. It's natural. It helps conserve heat. But when you wake, those vessels need help opening up. Otherwise, your brain doesn't get the oxygen it needs. And your muscles stay stiff and starved for nutrients. So when you skip the first 15 minutes, when you go straight from bed to phone, or coffee, or silence, you're missing the entire biological handshake that your body is waiting for. And that's when fatigue becomes your default setting. Not because your body is failing you, but because it never got the invitation to turn back on. The solution? A short, repeatable morning sequence that speaks your body's native language. Not motivation. Not caffeine. Biology. And that's exactly what I'll walk you through next, the 5-step morning routine to beat fatigue and bring your energy back online, one layer at a time. Alright, now that you know what your body needs after waking up, let's build the routine that gives it exactly that. These 5 steps aren't complicated. They don't require any equipment. They're quiet, simple, and designed for men over 60 to restore energy without stress or strain. This isn't a workout. It's a reboot. Step 1. Warm mineral water. Immediately after waking, pour a glass of warm water. Add just a pinch of mineral salt if you have it. Why? Rehydrates blood volume, supports adrenal function, which controls cortisol, gently wakes up your digestive and circulatory systems. No need for lemon, honey, or powders. Just water, warmth, and a signal to your body. We're starting fresh. Step 2. Deep belly breathing. 2 minutes. Sit or stand tall. Breathe in slowly through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and exhale through your mouth for 6. Repeat for 2 minutes. Why? Activates your vagus nerve, calms your nervous system, opens your chest and improves oxygen flow, signals your brain to shift out of sleep mode and into calm awareness. This isn't meditation. It's biological reactivation. Step 3. Step into natural light. 5 to 10 minutes if possible, go outside. Let your skin and eyes receive real sunlight, ideally within the first 30 minutes of waking. Why? Resets your circadian rhythm, boosts dopamine and mood-regulating hormones, increases testosterone sensitivity for the rest of the day. Even if it's cloudy, light still matters. Your eyes need it. Your brain uses it. Your hormones rise with it. Step 4. Gentle joint activation. 2 to 3 minutes. Do simple circular movements. Roll your shoulders, rotate your neck, gently circle your hips, knees, and ankles. Why? Pumps blood into your muscles and joints, wakes up your lymphatic system, your detox pathways, tells your brain, we're mobile. We're alive. It's not exercise. It's engagement. Step 5. Light, protein-rich breakfast. Now that your body is online, it's ready to receive. Have something clean and simple. 1 or 2 eggs, Greek yogurt with berries, a handful of nuts or seeds, a slice of avocado toast. Why? Supports testosterone production, prevents blood sugar crashes mid-morning, fuels mental clarity and physical stability. Skip the pastries. Skip the sugar. Fuel your system with respect. Put it all together, and here's what your new morning might look like. 7 a.m. Wake and drink warm water. 7:05 a.m. Deep breathing. 7:07 a.m. Step into sunlight. 7:15 a.m. Gentle joint movement. 7:20 a.m. Simple protein breakfast. That's it. No pills, no pain, no push. Just presence, order, and activation. Because this isn't just a routine, it's a masculine rhythm reset. And if you repeat it, the effects go deeper than just energy. Coming up next, I'll show you what begins to shift in 7, 14, and 30 days when you reclaim your mornings with intention. You might be wondering, okay doc, sounds great on paper, but when will I actually feel something? Fair question. Because after 60, you've learned to be skeptical. You've seen flashy routines and empty promises. But this isn't about tricks. It's about biology aligning with rhythm. And when that happens, things begin to shift naturally, quietly, and powerfully. Let me walk you through what I've seen with men who follow this for just 1 month. After 7 days, the heavy mornings start to lift. You wake up faster, less grogginess, less stiffness. Your mind feels a little clearer. You're not searching for coffee out of desperation. One man said, "Doc, I'm still tired some days, but I feel like I'm getting back into the driver's seat." It's not a miracle. But it's the first nudge back towards self-control. After 14 days, hormones begin responding. Testosterone starts to regulate. Morning motivation returns. You're moving without that internal resistance. Moods begin to stabilize. A spark comes back. You start to notice, you're not just getting through the day. You're engaging with it. After 30 days, a rhythm reclaims you. This is where real transformation lives. Your body wakes up knowing what to do. Your mind is focused. Earlier movement feels natural. Not forced. You don't just feel strong, you feel capable. Energy stretches past noon without a crash. One of my patients told me, I thought my mornings were over. Turns out, I just hadn't been taught how to meet them right. And the best part? You didn't take a single pill. You just gave your body what it was always waiting for. Coming up next, I'll share the story of one man, Mr. Robert, who rebuilt his morning identity by following these 5 simple steps: one breath, one glass of water at a time. Let me tell you about Robert. He's 68. Retired postmaster. Lives alone in Oregon. Smart, capable, strong in his younger days. But when he first came to see me, he said something I won't forget. Doc, I don't do mornings anymore. I sit in silence. Coffee doesn't work. And I hate how long it takes me to feel human. He wasn't sad. He wasn't giving up. But he was quietly slipping out of rhythm. He thought it was just aging. That life had naturally slowed. But I saw something else. Robert didn't need motivation. He needed a morning code, a biological rhythm his body could follow. So we didn't add more pressure. We simplified. I gave him the 5-step routine you now know: a glass of warm water, 2 minutes of deep breathing, a few minutes in the morning sunlight, joint movement, and a small breakfast with real protein. He looked at me like, that's it? And I said, that's enough. Week 1, he said, I still wake up slow, but it's not as painful. My eyes open without dread. Week 2, I'm not skipping breakfast anymore. I even walked to the mailbox early. By week 4, Robert showed up to his follow-up with a slight grin. He said, Doc, I didn't get younger, I just started turning myself back on. His face was different. Not glowing, not transformed. But centered, grounded, present. That's what a real morning routine gives you, not hype. Not perfection. But presence. And for men like Robert, and maybe for you too, that's what's been missing all along. Coming up next is a message I want every man over 60 to hear, especially those who feel like their mornings, and maybe their strength, are slowly slipping away. It's not over. You are not done. And the shift begins with one choice tomorrow morning. If no one's told you this recently, let me be the one to say it. You're not too old to feel good again. You're not too far gone to reclaim your rhythm. And your mornings are not meant to be something you endure. They're meant to be yours. Yours to step into. Yours to build strength from. Yours to use as a reset, not a reminder of what you've lost. Because here's the truth, fatigue is not a flaw. It's a signal. And what your body needs isn't forced, it's rhythm. You don't need to do everything right. You don't need to change your whole life. You just need to give your body the chance to come back online. With water. With breath. With movement. With fuel. And most importantly, with intention. That's how you meet the day like a man again. Not chasing energy, but walking in it. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for your phone, before you reach for coffee, try reaching for yourself. Pour the water, breathe into your body, step into the sun, wake your joints, eat to nourish, not numb, and then see how you feel by 9 a.m. See what happens after 7 days. See what returns to you after 30. If this message resonated with you, comment 1 below as a way of saying, I'm taking back my mornings. And if there's a man you care about, a brother, a friend, a father who's been waking up tired, flat, or checked out, share this with him. Let him know he's not alone. Let him know he's not done. Let him know mornings don't have to feel like a loss. Because energy isn't gone. It's just waiting. And so is the man you remember being. Let's wake him up. One morning at a time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.